Cultivation Techniques of Clivia Part 2. Watering Method. Clivia has well-developed flash roots. They store a certain amount of water, making more drought-tolerant. However, drought-tolerant flowers also should not suffer from severe water shortage, especially in the case of high temperatures and dry air in summer. They should not forget to water in a timely manner, otherwise the roots and leaves of the flowers will be damaged, resulting in new leaves not sprouting and old leaves being burnt, which not only affects flowering but may even cause plant death. However, excessive watering can also cause root rot, so it's important to keep a good eye on the dryness and wetness of the soil in the pot. If it's half dry, it should be watered once, but the amount should not be too much. Keeping the soil moist and not damp is just right. So, how many days is it good to water it once? In general, water once a day in spring, water in summer. You can use a fine spray water bottle to water the leaves and the surrounding ground together. On sunny days, water twice a day, watering once every other day in autumn, watering once every other day in winter, watering once a week or less in winter. However, it must be noted that they refers to general situations according to various specific situations. It must be flexibly controlled. For example, on sunny days, more water should be poured. On cloudy days, less water should be poured. On consecutive cloudy days, water should be poured every few days. On rainy days, no water should be poured. In short, it depends on the specific situation to ensure that the soil in the pot is soft and moist, and not too dry or not too humid. Fertilization method. Many flowers are fond of fertilization, but there should be a limit to the amount of fertilizer applied to these plants. Excessive fertilization can be detrimental to growth and may even lead to root rot. Clivia also belongs to this type of plant and must be fertilized appropriately at different stages of growth and development. Flowers have different nutrient requirements, so different fertilization methods suitable for the needs of plants should be adopted at different stages, such as applying base fertilizer, top dressing, and extra root fertilization. First, apply basal fertilizer, also known as base fertilizer. The purpose is to create conditions for plant growth and development that meet their nutrient needs. The application of a base fertilizer for Clivia should be carried out every 2 years during the pot change. Second, top dressing, mainly to promote plant growth. Clivia can be used with fertilizers such as cake fertilizer, fish meal, and bone meal. Apply less fertilizer at the beginning of planting. As plant grows and leaves increase, and gradually increase the amount of fertilizer. When fertilizing, simply remove the soil from the pot and apply it to a depth of 2 to 3 centimeters. But be careful not to apply fertilizer too close to the rows to avoid burning them. Applying this solid fertilizer once a month is generally sufficient and should not be denser. Third, top dressing via foliar application. Using this method of fertilization is mainly to compensate for the lack of nutrients in the soil, to solve the problem of fertilizer deficiency in the plant body, and to promote the growth of seedlings. And the enlargement of flowers and fruits, fertilization outside the rows, is to directly spray the diluted fertilizer solution onto the leaves of the plant using a sprayer, allow nutrients to infiltrate leaf tissues through leaf epidermal cells and stomata, and then be transported throughout the plant. Common fertilizer varieties include urea, potassium, dihydrogen, phosphate, superphosphate, etc. When spraying, spray evenly on both sides of the leaves. During the growing season, spray once every 4 to 6 days during semi-dormancy and once every 2 weeks. Generally, spray after sunrise. After the plants bloom, it is advisable to stop spraying. It must be noted that this method can only be used when the plants are found to be lacking in fertilizer. If the plant has sufficient nutrition and vigorous growth, it is not suitable for use. Method of changing pots. Whether it is seedling, grown after sowing, or seedlings planted using the split planting method, they need to be repotted. When they reach the same location, generally after 2 years of planting, the pot needs to be changed, and after the pot is grown, it needs to be changed again in these 2 years. The best time to change pots is in spring, usually before the green rain, and autumn, when the temperature is around 20 degrees. Note, not during the flowering period. It is the best time to do. The new pot used for pot replacement should be larger than the original pot to allow for further extension of the plant roots. Add some phosphoric acid or bone meal to the cultured soil and mix it evenly as base fertilizer. When changing pots, tap the edges of the pot with both hands to separate the old pot soil from the pot wall. For easy pouring, then, with the palm of your right hand facing downwards, use your middle and ring fingers to insert the fork into the root and stand up the plant and spread your 5 fingers to press firmly on the soil in the pot. Turn the pot over with your left hand and place the soil and seedlings on your palm. If the flowers are large and the pot is heavy, 2 people must cooperate to operate. Then peel off most of the soil from the pot being held. Leave a small amount of root soil, spread it with water, and immediately plant it in a new pot. When planting, the plant should be placed in the middle of the pot so that the roots can stretch freely in the pot. If the roots are too long, a pot can be cut off and a pot can be coiled at the bottom of the pot. Then gradually add soil and shake the pot while adding so that the cultivated soil can fill the gaps between the roots and fully contact them. Finally, raise the plant 1 to 2 centimeters upwards to strengthen the roots. Shake the pot. Gently press the soil surface, water once to make it permeable, and place the pot in a shaded area.